All right, so cleaned out the cabinet here. Gonna sweep up some of that debris. All of the stuff that was in the cabinet is now on the bed. Didn't have bread in the cabinet, but everything else is on the bed. This is the Alienware Dark Side of the Moon desktop. I've got to fit this device in here, lower to the ground or lower to the bottom, with enough room to essentially have good airflow. It's already going to be a challenge because there's no such thing as good airflow when you're surrounded on 3 sides. So this thing gives off pretty damn good airflow. If you ever go to a truck stop and ever see these tornado fans, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, they're worth it, no questions about it. What we're using is T-slot 2020 aluminum. This is how we're going to put all of this together today. Got the fasteners and everything already. Some of them, or most of them, are in that box down there, and they come pre-cut at a length. And look at that. You probably can't see it because there's just no way to get any good light in here. I mean, I've got drop lights and all that, but I'm not going through all that. If you can see it, you can. If you can't, well, that defeats the purpose of me making this video. But I intend to put 4 of those in each, one in each corner, to kind of give an outline for this this unit, this Alienware. And we're gonna make shelving out of it. I may have to cut some though, because I want to get up right up against the wall here of the cabinet with this stuff. The less room I have for shifting, the better, because as you know, these trucks, when we get rolling, get the, you know, especially going up what, 57, you get the bouncing up and down on those rough roads, and things like the move, even things that you think are fastened in well, they like to shift after a while. So I'm gonna make some measurements and I'll get back with you. All right, so here's where I am so far. Got 4 pillars. Pillars cut, and this being my first time, look, there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm just making sure that everything is cut and fit. I have all of this worked out in my mind, and it's really astonishing to me to see that something I'm thinking of is coming to fruition so easily, so well, with these aluminum doohickeys, 2020s. So I just put this one in right here, and I'm gonna have another piece that comes across the middle going over here. This one's in and strong. This stuff is very strong. This one's locked in, that one's locked in, that one's locked in. Going to lock this one in here in just a minute, and I think for the most part that'll be the base, and then I'm gonna stick another piece between the middle here. Something to think about that I'm learning. I didn't have to go and tear it all down, but something very important is you want to think ahead on this, because the moment you forget a tiny little piece, a little fastener, 6mm little fastener or something, it's too late. You've already gone too far, and now you've got to start dismantling stuff. The only thing I had to dismantle is this one here, because I use different bolts. I use these longer bolts here, and I should be using the smaller black ones, and it was just hard to get in and tighten it down, but I got it now. I had to dismantle this corner over here. So I know what to do here already. And pretty soon we'll have the base set up, and I could probably put some sort of, it may either, well, all I got right now is wood, so I'll probably just put some sort of wood base on top of this, get this all measured out, place the wood base on top of that, and I don't know what I'm gonna do up here. I've got a lot more of this material, so I have to figure something out. But whatever I'll do, I'll show you and I'll let you know. Okay, so far we've got the bottom completed the way I imagine it would be completed for the most part. Yeah, I left that empty right there because I just, for whatever reason, I didn't think I had enough fasteners, and I said to myself, it's not carrying an extreme amount of weight, so if I left one out it would be okay. But now that I finished it and there's no way to put one back in there without dismantling a lot of it, I feel like I should have put that in there, but that's a lesson for next time. And these go all the way up. This one's not bolted in yet. I've just kind of got it sitting up there right now. Same with this side. It's just kind of sitting up there waiting on me to put it in. But so far so good. I really enjoy working with this stuff. The more I work with it, my imagination just pretty much runs wild. So we got the bottom. I still probably may put wood platform down right there, you know, cut out inserts for this corner on the wood so that the wood doesn't slide around. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I want something plastic, a hardened plastic, you know, like what usually you see with this type of material. You see these polymers that are connected to it for shelving. You don't really see wood connected to it. So, but we got to get through it at the moment, for the moment. And right now I don't have any polymer shelving. But as you can see, it's also getting dark. Really, it's like working in the closet. There really is no way to keep any of it really lit. The back of it is black and the sides are gray, and this stuff I'm putting in here is black, so that it, you know, kind of melts into the material that's already here. I mean, somebody coming in and looking at this for the first time, once it's all done, will probably think it came like this from the factory. Anyway, let me get to it. I got these up here to do and fasten, and then I've got some ideas on how to put the power supply back here on this back bar, and then the computer has to go here, and then I'm gonna have, obviously there's room for stuff to go up underneath. I did that on purpose so that I could store a few smaller things. And then lateral movement, rocking of the computer. I've got to build something to keep it, you know, from rocking side to side. But I haven't made the measurements for the computer yet, so I got to set it in here and then build around that. So let me get to it. Alright, I've turned that shut all the way up, so if it's grainy, that's why. So I think I left off here on the last clip, so I've got those installed. Got to get that tape off of there. Down here I got a little bit imaginative. Actually, I had this in my mind the whole time, but we had to put another cross member, I guess you could say, a second one, because the feet on this computer are spaced with rubber pads, and I didn't want metal on plastic. I wanted rubber on metal, I guess. So I had to move one back, I don't know, maybe 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Got that one set up back there. All of this is tightened up, by the way. Bought these little doohickeys here, little swivel joints. I forget what they're called. I think they're just called joints. But you can put these on here. This, when the PC is put in here, since it's oblong, these can be slid right up against the PC, and I put a little rubber on the inside there. Put some on that one too. And I'm gonna slide those right up against the PC. I'm gonna put a little rubber on the PC too, so it'll be rubber and rubber contact. And then the PC here, and then that there. And I can tighten those down, and that keeps any lateral movement. And put some rubber back here, because I'm gonna push the PC all the way up against the back. Just these little adhesive rubber strips. Nothing major. Everything was perfect too, except these strips. I cut these strips, and I just couldn't cut them straight, I guess. I wish I had a razor. I would have had time and a desk. If I had a razor and a desk, I could have taken time to cut those much more accurately. What you don't see is these pieces here. They go from the top of here down. So I've got it all mocked up and ready. It's just not done yet. Now the only problem I'll see that I might have is if the PC decides to fly up, boom, if you hit a bump, I don't have anything across the top to keep it, you know, in place. So I think what I'll do is, before I tighten these in, I'll just slide one of these fasteners in there for the future, because I don't have any more of this stuff. And then if I need to, I can build up, across, and down to keep the PC from jumping up in the air if that becomes a problem. But yeah, man, hooking up a PC isn't shit. It's securing the PC. That's the problem. And running your wires. I still got to do that. But I'll let you know what it looks like here in a minute. Okay, so everything is finished. It's the next day. Got finished sometime last night. Get some of this dust off of here. I should have did this before turning this on. But yeah, got everything set up with the aluminum T-slot. Got the computer in there braced really tight. It moved a little bit yesterday when I went over some rough areas. Not much. The problem was that fastener, that joint there, that silver joint, it wasn't tightened down. So went ahead and got that tightened up. And as you can see, I've already used that space here on the bottom. Got the surge protector by Trip Light, little game controller, little wireless charging pad, my gun safe. That right there is the iPad. Got that big wad of printer paper. I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't want to put the printer, build something to put the printer up there up top, because then it would be in the way of heat dissipation. So I want to keep that area clear so that the heat for this thing rolls right up and out. The vent is right there, so now that may make more sense. So I just don't want to put anything above that. And I've actually only got one extra piece to do. I thought I had this piece in, like that side, but I didn't. So I've got it sitting here on the bed. But yeah. Yep. And this here, it's just precautionary measure. I don't think I need it, but I was like, you know what? I used it for the other computer. It's a strap that was on a like a duffel bag, and it fits right over this structure that I've built, and I just tighten it down and adjust it until it's got tension. And you know, just precautionary. You don't have to do that if you do something like that. I just did it because it's precautionary, and I used it with the other one and it seems to work pretty well. But yeah, it's just, you know, your average duffel bag strap. You get them off any duffel bag you might have. I don't wear duffel bags around my shoulder like that anyway. And the computer looks really good. I switched over from HDMI to DP. I'm not really familiar with what the acronym stands for, but it really made the monitor pop. I didn't see resolutions on that monitor since I had it like I saw when I hooked up the computer. So, and just to let you know, it all works. I'll show you what it looks like when it's a little darker outside. I changed it to red because last night it just looked really good red. You can change these colors different ways. The face can be, I was gonna go with the green face to keep it traditional for the alien, but you know, I didn't. I might still do it, I don't know. But yeah, it all works. Yeah, so, oh, my name, you didn't see that. So yeah, you should not have much problem doing this. I can give you prices in the comments if you want to know what the prices of this aluminum stuff is. But it's fairly cheap, and it's very strong, and it's very interesting to work with. And I gotta be honest with you, had it not been for me playing with models as a kid, building models, and just having an interest in things with building things, I don't know how this would have turned out. I also play a game called Space Engineers. I've been playing it for maybe a year and a half, and a lot of just ideas and things just came flooding from that game into the construction of this aluminum piece. And see, this goes up here, and I just gotta fasten it in, and I don't really know what to put up there. If anything, it would have to be open and be very small, so I don't foresee putting anything up there currently. But you know, this is what it is. And see, this is right here, this is a screw that rubbed the plastic of the old PC because it was up against this inside wall, and that screw just rubbed a big hole, not a hole, but it's turning blue now. It rubbed a abrasion into the plastic of the computer, which is another reason why I wanted to have this one centered off the side of the cabinet. You know, so I didn't want it to be damaged in any way. And so far so good. But alright, this looks like this might be 2 videos. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna come back a little later and tighten up the ending and get it produced for you. And hopefully this answers many of your questions.